Hello, my name is Rob Kronenberg. I'm an attorney, and I am also a former New York City police captain. One of my main areas of legal practice are disqualification appeals from law enforcement positions and other positions such as firefighter, sanitation, and other civil service positions. One of the greatest number of disqualifications I see are psychological disqualifications from law enforcement positions and also from the position of firefighter. What I want to talk to you about today a little bit is how to prepare and how to present yourself for the psychological interview process for law enforcement positions. Now, what I'm going to say applies just as much for the position of firefighter. When you're going to be applying for the position of police officer, whether it's New York City Police, Nassau County, New York State law enforcement positions, what I'm going to talk about applies to all of these law enforcement positions. You want to go into that psychological interview and present yourself in the most favorable manner possible. That starts with your appearance, and your appearance starts with your attire. For men, you want to wear a suit and a tie and a pressed white shirt. You want to wear a conservative suit. Navy blue is perfect. And a conservative tie. It can have a little color, but not too much. Remember, you're interviewing for the position of police officer. You want to present yourself as a professional police officer would. Police officers wear plain blue ties. So you want to look, as much as you can, like what a police officer would look like if a police officer were testifying in court, for example, in a business suit. This is one of the most important job interviews of your life if you really want to be in law enforcement. So dress the part. For women, you can wear an appropriate pantsuit, an appropriately length skirt with an appropriate blouse. As far as for women, makeup, minimal makeup, and very modest earrings if you have to wear earrings at all. If you look at female police officers on patrol, typically they should, or they would not typically be wearing a lot of makeup and certainly would not be wearing oversized earrings. When you first meet your interviewer, the police psychologist, say good morning, say good afternoon. Don't forget to do that. These are important interactions. You absolutely should extend your hand to shake the person's hand who's interviewing you. Now, there are times when you do that, the person will not extend their hand back to you to shake your hand. Police psychologists do that sometimes for one reason or another. If that happens, don't take it personally. Just sit down and continue on with the interview. During the course of the interview, you will make appropriate eye contact. You'll look at the person who's talking to you. Don't look up, don't look down. Make appropriate eye contact. You also want to sit up and have good posture. Do not slouch in your seat. Certainly do not lean back, and do not ever fold your arms. When you fold your arms, you're getting all defensive. You want to have an open position. You can keep your hands in front of you on your lap with your hands folded or something like this. Do not lean on the interviewer's desk. You'd be surprised what people do. Don't put your elbows on their desk. Don't put your hands on their desk. That's their desk, not yours. So be appropriate. When during the interview, the interviewer asks you something or says something that under other circumstances might make you angry. For example, the interviewer may accuse you of not being truthful, or they say something that causes you to feel angry. You will not get angry in that room. There is no place for anger in that room. There is no place in that room for over-emotionality. Yes, you can show the interviewer how passionate you are about wanting to be a police officer. And if you've gone that far, you probably are passionate about wanting to be a police officer. But you will not get overly emotional in that room under any circumstance, whether that be crying and whether that be getting too angry or angry at all. Because when you're out on the street and you're on patrol, there are going to be many times when you're going to be provoked And you must not be provoked. You must maintain your cool and emotional stability. So you will not overreact to anything the interviewer asks you or says. They will use that against you if you do. And they'll say that you can't handle the stresses of being a police officer if you couldn't handle the stress of an interview. So you have to be very careful. When you go in for that psychological interview, you must think of it as one of the most important interviews of your life. Thank you very much.